My name is Moon Petrie. We're back at the fantasy bookcase because it's just too windy and whooshing outside right now. And this is an update and not an actual vlog. I think revision can be interesting when you're the one actually doing it, but it at points can feel like I'm just saying, and I did this, and I did some more of this, and I did even more of this, and the B-roll would just be scrolling, occasionally typing something. So I have been continuing to work on Act 3. I have been continuing to try to work in some of the things from the brainstorming about how to make Act 3 more satisfying overall, how to make it work better. So there's stuff that feels like just making it enjoyable and fun and rich world building. And there's stuff that's more like making the logic work so that the ending comes out the way so it makes sense. So one of the major things that I have been doing, and I haven't explicitly said this in any of these vlogs, and I'm not sure why because I don't feel like it's big spoilers. The people that they encounter when they cross through into this other world, they are essentially fairies, and so I had made them something not quite that, but that could be interpreted that way in local legends and folklore and stuff. And I decided to really lean into it, and so one of the things I've been doing is trying to fairify the third act and include stuff that feels more traditional. I hope I'm doing okay with that. I do feel like it would be really fun to do some more in-depth research, but mythology is one of those things that transforms a lot over time, so I don't feel like there's any set in stone stuff, but there are things that I've been able to use that I've taken from more traditional fairy mythology. That's been fun. In the meanwhile, something significant and frustrating has been happening. So I mentioned at the end of my last vlog, I think, that I found the exhausted old cliche on pins and needles, and I was very disappointed with myself. And I have to say, this was my first time, when I drafted it, was my first time writing 50K in a month. By the end, I wasn't writing as much in a month, but I was still drafting a lot faster than I ever had before. And so I try to give myself a little grace, but anyway, so I had just recently, during the AuthorTube writing conference, seen Laura Nettles' amazing presentation about descriptions and figurative language, and now I'm catching so many things. So I had been so proud of myself when I dealt with all of the brackets in the manuscript a couple weeks ago, and I was like, there were almost 100, and it was mostly names where I hadn't assigned a name, or I had forgotten what name I had given to a person or a place or whatever. But some other tidbits that I just hadn't filled in, and I completely cleared up all those brackets. And I'm adding brackets now because I, in the moment, am not always able to come up with gorgeous figurative language while I'm trying to accomplish the other tasks on my revision list. So I'm bracketing the things that I find where I'm like, I could make this description a lot more unique. That bit sounds pretty tired. So now I'm adding brackets. Sigh. I'm gonna link to Laura's amazing presentation below because it was so great. It felt to me like a writing craft book, like boiled down to get to the salient points without trying to like fill out a whole book with repetition and stuff. So I can't recommend it highly enough, but it is causing me to be more critical of my own work, and that's rough, but I'm making things better, and that's the goal. So that is where I have been at with all of this revision. I have been working on it every single day. So I did not work on it on the 1st. My goal is 30 days of working on it, so I don't have any wiggle room. I can't take any more days off, and I have been working on it every single day. So I am proud of myself for that, and also feel like that helps me to stay in the groove and maintain my momentum. Not that a person has to work on any given project or writing it all every single day. I just find that while I'm trying to really focus on one specific stage of a process with a specific manuscript, that really helps to focus on how much I'm getting done in a month. I think very much in months, and it really helps me to work on it every single day or as close to that as possible. So I'm doing that, so I'm proud of myself. As far as 80s things have gone, we had some side pony action one day. We had some fruit cocktail, which my kids had apparently never had. So this is called fruit cocktail.
Tastes like fruit salad.
And then my 7-year-old, who loves to exercise, has been dabbling in some Jane Fonda. And I actually vividly remember this specific video from my own childhood. This is one that my mom did, you know, 1,000 times on VHS. I thought he was just gonna do it for a couple of minutes. He did the entire video of like over an hour. Until next time, I am Moon Petrie, and I hope that whether what you're working on is, you know, enticing material for filming B-roll and making great vlogs or not, that you are maintaining some momentum through this latter half of camp.